Hello, and it's Tilly from Tilly Journals, and welcome back to my channel and to another memory plan with me. I am planning to get the 9th of January. My Tilly Journals 7x9 inserts using the Black Friday, Cyber Monday 2022 freebies from Plannerface. I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use Tilly 10 to save. I completely forgot to pull in these scripts and things, samplers, when I was pulling my stickers, but it is what it is. So that is the kit, and here's my spread. So I've got my scripts that I've made myself there. Off to the side I've got my star stickers as well. I've got my stickers pulled out in my Plannerface reusable sticker album. I do PR for Plannerface, so you can get a discount by using Tilly 10. I have this snow bundle in silver foil from Scribble Prints Co. to pair with this. You've got 2 sheets of that. They come with 2 sheets of the bougie, but I pulled in a 3rd sheet because I do need it. And then I've got the bottom washi and stuff there. I also have the, I'm going to use the just the confetti, simple confetti hole reinforcers, and I've got a box sampler. So without any further ado, I'm going to pull out the pages in my planner and get the base of the spread down. So the 2 books I read this week were The Reading List and Stuck With You. So The Reading List was a book on Kindle Unlimited that I just kind of went to read because it was on Kindle Unlimited, and that was pretty much my only reason for reading it. Which is fine, like I'm happy to read books just because they're on Kindle Unlimited, but sometimes it's not necessarily the best force of habit, and really I probably should have DNF'd this book, but I really wanted to love it, and so I just persevered, and I'm not sure that was the right move, but too late now. It just missed the mark for me. Essentially this book is about 2 people who are both having lots of problems in their life. So Mukesh is I don't actually know how old he is, but he comes across as a very elderly man whose wife has died quite recently, and he's, well, I don't even know how recent it's meant to be, but anyway, his wife has died and he is struggling with coming to terms with her death, and also getting out on his own, managing his activities of life on his own. He's very stuck in routine at the beginning of the book and stuff like that. And then Alicia is a young girl who mum has significant mental health problems and is working at the library and has a tricky time. Basically, her mum can't be left alone. Her and her brother are her main carers, but she has started working in the summer holidays at the local library, and Mukesh goes into the local library on a whim, and essentially Alicia, who knows nothing about reading, ends up recommending books to him that she found on a list, hence the name, The Reading List. And it's basically about them working through their lives and difficulties in their lives together and getting to know one another, and how reading can bring people together, etc. It is a nice book and I really wanted to love it, but it missed the mark for me. It really did. The premise really sounded like something I'd love, but I don't know. Honestly, I can't tell you why I didn't love this, but I just know that I didn't. It didn't need to be this long. There was something that happened in the plot and it felt very much like a plot stepping stone than something that actually happened. And I think if that had been like actually looked at in the way that it should have been, it would have been a really much better book. Also, there's a lot about the books on this reading list throughout the book, which is fine, but you definitely need to have read them to, you know, follow it fully. So that would be my 2 main comments about it. The other book I read was I didn't say who the reading list was by, did I? So the reading list is by, oh my god, why am I struggling so much with this? Sarah Nisha Adams. And then Stuck With You is one of the novellas by Ali Hazelwood. This was a solid 4 stars for me. So I actually I gave the reading list exactly 3 and stuck with you exactly 4, which isn't common for me. I don't tend to give like exact numbers very often, but it stuck with you felt fresher and less copy paste than other Ali Hazelwood books, to me at least. I know it wasn't other people's favourite novella, but it probably was my favourite of the 3 novellas, almost certainly. Sadie's really quirky. So this is about 2 people who get stuck in a lift, basically, and their relationship. There is some background. They have met before, and it's kind of an enemies to lovers / forced together. Yeah, I really liked Sadie's quirkiness, and Sadie is superstitious, and seeing a woman in STEM be superstitious made me smile. But again, with all of Ali Hazelwood's books, the heroine is tiny and the hero is a big bloke, and I just need her to stop with that. But yeah, that's it for the books that I read this week. So there we have the base. I'm filming this on a completely different day to when I put the base down. Essentially, I put this base down on this week and then had to move it all across, and it's been a bit of annoyance / train wreck. So there's at the end of the base of this, I just go, oh crap, because I realise. But yeah, here is the base. You won't notice, I know that happened, but yeah. Either way, let's just get straight into it the day by day. I do have quite a lot to mark in, and yeah, I'm excited for this. So this is the day I sat the exam, which is when I realised that I had done the wrong spread, when I was like, what is going on? Why do I have like stuff about sitting the exam when I haven't studying for the exam after I've sat it? I was just really confused, essentially, because I did it wrong. Anyway, let's just get straight into it with my morning routine. Just really find my cheat sheet. So we've got 433. So then it was my actual exam is the next thing to mark in. I was going to say, I really want a squared box for this, but I couldn't see whether there was one, but there is indeed one in that. And then I've just marked a little bit about the 2 exam sections. So there's an SJT part, which is like a situational judgment test, and there is a clinical bit. And I have my results of this exam now, and I did pretty well, which is lovely, because it hopefully means I will get a GP job where I want one next year. Which I would like to stay in York in an ideal world, but we'll see. I've put York as my first choice, Hull being my second choice because you can get a bonus for going to Hull, but we'll see. So that's there. And then so this was from saying that the SGT segment was harder than I anticipated, but then the clinical segment was easier than I expected. It's a mean tested score, like it's compared to other people, and I like got 10 different out of like 400 in it. So actually I did pretty similarly on the 2 sections. So I don't have my tweezers on me right now. I don't know where they are. Both pairs of tweezers must be in the other room. But anyway, there's a bit of fur, cat fur. Oh my god, right. So we've got, I don't seem to have another MSRA exam script. Oh no, maybe I've got an MSRA. Maybe I was just going to put MSRA in the sidebar and, oh, it's fine. So then for the exam, and now I don't love that that is not very centered. So luckily we are using removable mat, which was the godsend of putting the spreader down on the wrong week, was that it didn't matter as much because it was removable mat. So the hard part was getting the bougie boxes up and stuff, but actually the full boxes and stuff came up dead easy. So, and I put this flag down wrong after like spending so long trying to put it down right. What am I like? So let's just pop that back down straight. And what did I say? Did I have 433 or 344? Why do I have no memory? 4333. So most of these boxes can have 3 things a day. In a segment, sorry. So then I'm gonna mark in, I haven't actually finished putting those stickers down. Gonna work out, I think this is going to be my 3, but I might reorder things a little bit. I'm not 100% sure yet though. Let's just see how this fits. I'd quite like a quarter box at the bottom there, but does that fit? Yes, perfectly. Okay, so then we can actually go through and put everything in this box. Something there is wonky, but I can't work out what. So we're just going to leave it in. So yeah, this is for marking the exam. Then the SJT being hard, I've just got that sticker there. And then the clinical being easier than I expected. Got a little start there. Generally, I knew I was going to do well on the SJT part, but I wasn't sure how the clinical would go. But I did pretty well, so I'm happy. Then I'm going to mark in my workout, but I have this giant sticker which definitely needs a cut down, so we'll come back to that. Then I washed my hair. This was the first time I tried out the sort of a proper curly girl type method. And then I played some unpacking. And I really would like some scissors and my tweezers. Be right back. Okay, so let's mark some stuff in. So, I haven't really worked out how this is, how my scripts are organised on this day. But, so MSRA, and the words I put are SJT iffy, which is kind of amusing, really. Then, clinical better. So as I say, 2 segments to the exam. And then for the workout, I don't really know how to cut this down because of the sort of sticker it is. I think I might cut off the bottom and the top. Or does that just cutting the bottom off cut off enough? Not really. But then I don't really want to cut off both. Maybe just pull it down a tiny bit more. That'll do, it's fine. It's a huge sticker. It's fine though. And then just got a workout script from the foil bundle. And washing my hair there. And then for playing unpacking, which I haven't played since, and I really should because I actually really enjoyed it. We just have an unpacking script, and I obviously was playing that on Switch, which is why there's a little switch. Cool. Then, so whilst I was doing that, I was watching Jane the Virgin, which is one of my favourite shows, and it's off Netflix now, and I'm so sad about it. It's actually a joke how sad I am about it. I shouldn't be this upset about a show leaving Netflix, but I am. Then I planned the week. So just got planned next week. I think I'm going to use a foiled box for that. Then I was just feeling sad. I think I was just feeling a bit fed up of everything and struggling with life, to be honest, which is a kind of a theme of how my life is going at the moment, but it's fine. It is what it is. Oh, just don't like the spacing here, so I'm just peeling that up to make the spacing a bit better. I've only got 6 things left to mark, so I just need to spread things out a bit better or use bigger boxes. And then the last box, I think I'm going to use one of the, like, there's this like almost half box, bigger box, which is basically I spoke to Soch about how I was doing because I was really not doing too great. So I talked to him about how I was feeling, just what that's for. I pulled stickers and we were also watching Game of Thrones. So this is not fitting very well. I've got loads of stickers, but I still don't know what to use. Why am I like this? Oh dear. I think maybe instead of this box, I'm going to use a 3rd box because I've got tons of 3rd boxes. And not very many quarter boxes for pulling stickers, and then I can just use a little thing for Game of Thrones, which is absolutely fine by me because what I'm watching on TV really doesn't need to be marked very big. I definitely just shimmied everything, didn't I? I think that will fit there. Perfect, right. So, for Jane the Virgin, which I was watching, I'm going to switch these around actually, so I'm going to put this on the Game of Thrones one just because of the icons I've, like the size of icons I've got. This doesn't really work because I was actually sitting in my kitchen watching Jane the Virgin while Soch cooks some lunch. Lol. So for planning next week, I've just got a little planner. So I was actually like planning out my week, which I think was one of the first weeks I'd planned on my own and not on camera, which was nice. So I've got planned next week. And then for being in my feelings, I've just got this bunny rabbit and an in my feelings script. Then we've put in Game of Thrones. And for talking to Soch about how I'm feeling, that is a summary of how I'm feeling, pretty much rock bottom. And then for pulling stickers, got the sticker sheet from the foil bundle and a pull stickers script. Beaut. So for Jane the Virgin, just going to pop it in here. And then Game of Thrones would be better a long thin one. Oh god. Yeah, I can't believe Jane the Virgin's come off Netflix. I am stupidly sad about it. But yeah, and I've just written depression chat for this because that's really what I was saying. So that's it. Okay, on to Tuesday, which is the darker blue. So first things first. Why did I find that so difficult to say? We've got that I was doing my morning routine, and at this point I was still marking in reading twice a day. I've stopped doing that in more recent spreads, so I've only started marking it at the end of the day, even if I read at other points, like unless I read like tons at another point. If I'm just reading as part of my morning routine, I'm just going to leave it there. Then yeah, sorry, so I was blabbering on about marking in reading and then I never actually put down the sticker for it. So then yeah, I'm going to mark in reading. Then I was at work. Which do we have? How many squared boxes do we have in this kit? Do we? Because I'd like to mark my work every day with a squared box, but I don't think there's very many, and I've obviously used one already. So instead we'll just use the flags. I was just seeing if there was another option. And then at the end of the day, I'm just going to mark that I was actually feeling quite poorly. Like I was just starting to feel really run down and not quite very well. Which, if you've been following along, you know, I've just been ill on and off this whole year so far. And I think it is just partly like depression kicking my butt and being like, yeah, no, you're going to feel poorly because your mood's so low. Because if you don't know, depression genuinely does run you down physically. It takes it makes your immune system slower, so you do get ill more than when you are depressed. They are the words I'm looking for. So for reading, I've just got this character from Fox and Cactus and a read script. I'm thinking about when I use up all my read scripts is like I am now with my TV shows, actually marking in what I'm reading, but then I don't know whether it's necessary because I'm marking the sidebar and I tend to get through a book in a week, like unless I'm like really feeling slow on it, I tend to finish it pretty quickly. So yeah, I don't seem to have a sticker for that. Oh no, I've got Poorly AF, maybe that was it. I mean, I'm not sure I'd use Poorly AF. We'll see if that comes up again. So then, after work, I tried to visit my grandpa. If you, he was in hospital at this point. He's now back at my parents' house, but we're thinking about options of what we're going to do from here, because what we're doing at the moment isn't really sustainable, bless him. Bless my mum, she's, yeah, I don't want to go into it because it's not mine really to share at the moment. And then I did a workout, and then I pulled stickers for, I don't know what I was pulling. I think I was just really behind on pulling stickers at this point. So I think I was just like working through pulling all of my stickers for the last few weeks. Then I'm going to mark that I was in my feelings, and because we've forgotten about them so far, I'm going to use one of the silver foil boxes, make it shiny even though it's not the nicest thing in the world, and then at the bottom of the day I'm marking in reading, and then in the gap we're going to mark in watching Game of Thrones. We are now up to date with Game of Thrones. We are, well, it's finished, but we're, you know what I mean, we're where you'd expect us to. We've finished Game of Thrones and we are about halfway through House of Dragon, I reckon, if not further. So for visiting my grandpa, and then he was actually in the toilet for ages, so that's what those two things are to mark. So I've just got a workout script for that as well. Sorry about the weird cut. We have a camera on our driveway now, and our Googles make a noise whenever somebody is there. Then I pulled stickers, and this pull sticker script is definitely too big for this space, but it's fine, we make it work. Then for feeling low, the part of the reason I used a big box is because I had a big sticker, and in my feeling scripts are, to be fair, not the smallest thing in the world. They need this size of box. Then Game of Thrones is an excessively big box for the sticker I have because I just have a tiny TV, but that's fine. And then, yeah, reading before bed, just in there. And of course I have a read script there. So let's just go back through. As I say, this might just be poorly AF, but I'm not really sure. So for Game of Thrones, got that there. Then Gramps in toilet for ages there, and also visit Gramps on the line above. He was discharged this week, which you'll see very soon. So that's there, that's that day, and as I say, I think I've got a sticker for that, but we'll see as we get on. On to Wednesday, which is the darker purple. First things first, of course, we are marking my morning routine. Who is surprised? Not me. Then I'm going to mark in reading, because, as I say, I read in my car before I walk into work, because I arrive at work quite a bit before I start working, so there's that. And then marking in work. And then, so my grandpa was having an ultrasound scan this day, so he was in his ultrasound scan when I went down to see, but the hope was that he would be able to come home after the ultrasound scan report, which, spoiler alert, he does. So I just was waiting for him in this gap here. Perfect. Whilst I was waiting for him, I did some more reading. And then essentially I'm going to mark what his scan showed, which is essentially that one of his bile ducts from his gallbladder was dilated, and they're not really sure why. So that's for the dilated gallbladder. And then they told me he could come home, which was great. It was actually somebody I knew quite well that told me he could come home. So I took him back to my parents' house, but I'm not going to mark all of that in. I'm just putting that he's coming home is all I've got written in. So that's fine. And then when I got home, I did my yoga. Then again, I actually did some planning this day. I'm just going to jump down to the bottom of the day, and first things first, I'm going to mark in reading at the bottom of the day. Then we were watching Game of Thrones, and we were on the final season by this point, but we just really weren't enjoying it that much. So we were struggling a little bit with it. So that's what I'm going to mark in there. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of a universal truth of how everybody feels about the last season of Game of Thrones. So then, yeah, marking in actually watching it. And then above that, I want to mark in doing some planning. I'm just trying to find a sticker that's suitable for the space. Could do with being, I think it might need to be another appointment label, because they're just that little gap between the two sizes, but I don't love that it's like two appointment labels in that box. but it's fine. So, morning routine marked in pretty much the same way as always. I feel like my voice is going, and I don't really know why. I don't feel poorly or anything, so I don't really know why my voice is going. Maybe I just need a good cough. Don't know. It feels a bit better now. I did just pause and cough. So then, maybe I'm just speaking suddenly and haven't spoken for a while. Don't know. Reading in my car before work, then going into work. So this is the day I actually finished the reading list, because I finished it whilst waiting for Grandpa, and then it was pretty good timing because he arrived not long after I finished the book, so it was perfect. So then, oh, I didn't use a foiled sticker this day. Is there something I can swap in? Where's my little foil sticker sheet? Not really, because they're not really the same size. It's fine. It'll do. I just maybe won't use the silver one every day. I do try to though. Or maybe I do just squidge that in. Okay, let's do it. Sorry, third box. You're being cut out. Just because it was exciting that he was coming home from hospital. We still don't know why he was collapsing or any of it, but yeah. Exciting that he was coming home all the same. And then for my yoga, it feels like ages ago that I finished doing daily yoga, but it really wasn't that long ago. Mostly because I've only just got back to like working out after it because of various bits and pieces, like, but I went for a run for the first time this morning. So essentially like the week after so Yoga with Adrian finished on a Tuesday. The 30-day challenge finished on a Tuesday. I was on long days both of those 2 days. Then the Wednesday I was on a long day. Then Thursday and Friday I was on normal days. But on the Thursday I needed to pack ready to go to my sister's for Booze in the Pews. And then, was that only last weekend? Oh, and then it was prepping for Palentine's. So yeah, Palentine's kind of took over my life. Prep for Valentine's took over my life for a week. And then it was Palentine's. Then it's this week. And I've been on evening shifts and just absolutely exhausted after Booze in the Pews, and then Palentine's I've just rested pretty much in the mornings and tried to catch up on things. So like these videos should have been filmed the weekend of Palentine's. So yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. So I'm hoping to get back to regular working out, but we will see. I just don't seem to have any scripts for the second half of this week, and that worries me a little bit. So that is it for the first half of the week. I'm loving how this is coming out. Honestly, I can't talk about any more about how much I love scripts, but they are everything. So that is the first half. Let's move on to the second half. I suppose this day I do seem to have scripts for almost everything. So I've got 3 boxes on this day. I've been saving up in the game I've been playing, which is called Adventure. I've been saving up my gems, which are like one of the 2 currencies, to try and get a shark body, and I finally got it this day, which was really exciting. So that's actually the first thing I'm going to mark in, which is super nerdy, but it is what it is. Then I'm going to mark in doing my morning routine because I did that before. I got up and did my morning routine, and then I did some filming. So I filmed my memory lineup, my kit lineup, and then I was working on memory notes because I was a little bit behind on my memory notes, so I just sat and caught up with them on this day. Then I was brainstorming for my stall for Palentine's, and I basically went through and bought everything that I needed to set it up how I wanted to set it up. Then I've written film the longest plan with me. I don't even know what plan with me that was, but clearly I felt it was long. So just going to put that in a half box. And then ate dinner, which I felt like marking in, which I often don't mark in dinner, but apparently this day I wanted to. We had a gusto meal, which was a Chinese feast, which is presumably why I wanted to mark it in. I'm having regrets over using a half box for this because I'm gonna struggle for space, and like we had a date night and I don't really want to mark it really small, but I'm gonna have to, but it's fine. So marking in doing my daily yoga here. It's day 19. I can't believe I actually completed that. Like, part of me thought I never would. So then marking our date night. So for our date night we played Stardew Valley. This is fine. This actually is going to fit really well. Where is my other little things sheet? Then you can guess what this item is when it's down because it's pretty obvious. And then one final little thing squidged in the bottom for doing my reading before bed. I'm just going to spread these out a tiny bit more. Perfect. It's a little bit squished down there because I fit 5 things in, but it works. So for getting my shark body in Eat Venture, I've got that there, and I've literally, my script says Eat Venture shark body exclamation mark. Because I was so excited to finally get my shark body. It had been such a long time I'd been trying to get it. So yeah, so then I did my morning routine. I got a little sticker from Plannerface and a script from my shop in Luna. Then I filmed my kit lineup. And then I did my memory notes. It's like, why have I got a little laptop ball? Then for brainstorming my stall, got this here and a brainstorm script from the, it's a Scribble Co script. I don't know, I think it was from the foil bundle. I think it's probably from a pack I got. And then for filming the longest plan with me ever, I've just got this here. And have I done a script for that? Yeah, I've got a forever script, so I'm just surprised because I've done it in the other font I use. So normally when I have an extra little script, I do it in the other font, but it's fine. So, and memory notes up there. Then for the Chinese feast gusto meal, just got knife and fork from the foil bundle, and a gusto meal script, which is a custom from Anna because she is fantastic, a human. Then for my yoga, got a little yoga mat from Carly Plans, which came on a freebie, and a workout script. Then for our date night, I've got the I Love You swing, which is one of my favourite Once More With Love stickers, and a date script. Cute. Then for playing Stardew, which is what we did for our date night, just got a little controller and I will pop it in a Stardew script. And as I said, you can guess what this is, I'm sure. And I just have a with Sage script to go with it, because who else would it be with, really? And then I have a little book and a read script for reading. Cute. So the only script I'm missing is a Stardew Valley script. I really want to play Stardew now. Maybe I can convince Sage that's what we should do for our date night tonight, but we've pulled out things from our date night book and I think he'll want to do that. But I'll see. We'll see. And that's still not central. Ugh. Stardew Valley. Perfect. So that is Thursday. Friday, Saturday and Sunday should all be dead easy and just 2 boxes a day. Maybe that's why I had so few scripts, because all I did was go to work, because I think I was on evening shifts. Something like that. Okay, so Friday, first things first, I did my morning routine. And then I filmed a memory plan with me. I'm just looking at the boxes I've got. Then I did my workout. So I did my yoga for the day and was watching Jane the Virgin. I was just trying to work out how to space this out properly. And one of those things can be bigger. The Jane script is the bigger. The Jane sticker is the bigger of the stickers. So let's see if I've got a quarter box in the right colour, which I do. Quarter box doesn't quite fit very well. I think it will once I pull this up. Just a tiny bit. Perfect. And then was playing Eat Venture. Let's try and get that down straight, please. Went to work. And then obviously when I came home I did my reading. Who is surprised? Nobody at all. Perfect. Let's just get this flag down a bit better. A bit straighter, a bit happier. Beautiful. Oh, this spread. I'm honestly living for my memory planner at the moment. Like, I just feel like I'm proper in my stride with it and kind of obsessed with it, to be honest. I feel like I've peaked, to be honest. That sounds so negative, but like it's genuinely like how I'm feeling at the moment, is that how can my spreads get better, because I am obsessed with them at the moment. But you know, I'm sure we'll find bigger and better things, and I'm going to move to underlays soon rather than just bougie boxes, so that's exciting at least. So just go back through with my scripts. I don't know, I really feel like the making your scripts just adds something extra special to the spread. I think it, I don't know, it just makes the spread feel more cohesive because everything's written in the same way, and whilst not everything is written in the same way, because I still use a lot of like foiled scripts which are in different fonts and stuff, it's still, I don't know, it just pulls together a bit better. I don't think I'm making any sense, but I know what I mean. So there we have that. On to the last couple of days. So can anyone guess how Saturday started? Because I bet you can. It was with my morning routine. I must have been behind on filming this week because I was just filming before work every day this week. So I then did some filming, and then I did my yoga for the day, and Soch decided to join me, which I think this was like the kickoff of us deciding that we were going to try and start working out together, because we both like felt better when we did it together and were more motivated to do it when we did it together. So I think that like this is what started off that. So then I had lunch and watched Jane. Then I went to work, and technically this isn't the right colour. It's like technically the light blue, but I don't think I've got any other flags. Let me just double check. No, there's only the little flags. Maybe if I put like the big flag with the little flag over it. Is that weird? That's what we're going to do though. To make it like the right colour. Oh, I love that. Oh, I actually am obsessed. Good shout, Tilly's brain. And then I was really struggling to focus at work. And so I was in my feelings. Whatever mark on Sunday in one of these boxes needs to be a half box worthy thing. and I need to fit a little thing at the end of this day, so let's pop the little thing in first. And then we're just going to create a bit more space, because at the moment this isn't fitting. But these things are on removable mats, so they peel up much more easily. So that's why I wanted it to work upwards rather than downwards. You leave like literally the tiniest gap places. Beaut. So I think that poorly AF earlier is probably from here, but that's fine. So yeah, so I literally was filming every morning, every morning before going to work, which is something. Also, I finally registered what people mean by the nuance more love paper. It's taken me forever to realise it, but I do actually have quite a few stickers in it. And these two little things are the wrong way around. Annoying. Cute. And perfect. And this is not quite centered, and I don't know whether it's bothering me enough to move it. I can't decide whether it's bothering me enough or not. I think it is. Why am I like this? There we go. Better. So, for being in my feelings, I've just got a sad munchkin. And reading, I'm marking in the same way I've marked reading the entire week. So, like now especially I pretty much only use like 3 different shops of scripts. I feel like things work better. So I've been catching up on YouTube basically, because I've been super behind, but I've been catching up on it. And Beth Plans like only uses one of Anna's fonts in a spread, and I'm not quite at that level yet, but actually I really like that idea. But then because I use the foil bundle, I always pull in like at least one other style of script, so I feel like it doesn't work quite the same way, because the only scripts she uses are Anna's, so it kind of works better, if that makes sense, than it would for me. But let me know down below, would you just use one style of Anna's scripts in a spread, or do you mix it up? God. It's funny because I only use pretty much my own oops, so it's quite amusing, like having, when you look at some of the scripts, like that is so off-centered, but you can't tell because it's on clear paper. That's beautiful. Right, so I think I'm going to work from the bottom of this day, and I'm going to start by marking in reading, partly because I want like to work out how I want to do this. So again, I think I'm going to try and layer one of the little flags in the dark over this flag. Beautiful. Yes, I want 2 more things in here. I wanted to work out how big things were. One of the things I'm going to mark is I did the Eat Venture challenge in sub 20 minutes, which I haven't actually written in, but that's why I'm marking it in, because I don't normally mark in playing Eat Venture because I have it open a lot of the time. And then that's for watching Jane. Then again, I did my workout with Soch, and because I want to use one of these silver foil boxes and I only have half boxes left, I'm going to mark in the workout huge. Then at the top of the day, I'm going to mark in my morning routine, and then we'll just see what will fit in that gap, which I think will be a quarter box. But we'll see. Yes, perfect. Beautiful. So, morning routine. For filming, I just have a little camera. Part of the reason I felt okay using the giant half box for the workout is that I've got a workout and a with my love script, and I have a giant character sticker, so it just kind of works. Then watching Jane the Virgin and probably eating lunch at the same time, to be honest with you. Then skipped a sticker, but this is for playing Eat Venture. Because it's like a food-based game, I've just got the takeout bag because I kind of feel like that works. And then, of course, reading in at the bottom of the day, the same way I mark it all of the time. And that Poorly AF is definitely for where I said before. So yeah, as I said, I've got a workout and then a With My Love script. So the workout can just kind of go across. Oh God, if I don't rip it off. Let's try that again. I think it must have already been damaged there because the foil is like broken already. And I don't know, that's fine. And then I've just got a With My Love. That works, it's fine. It's not my favourite thing in the world, but it's fine. Then for filming, got a little film script from Anna and a morning routine there. So the only stickers for this day I've got on here are my Jane the Virgin script. I really can't believe it's off Netflix. I'm so sad about it. Like, unreally sad. It's just so dumb, isn't it? And then we've got Eat Venture here. Okay, so that is the finished spread pretty much. So let's just zoom out and look at the whole thing. We do need to do the sidebar and stuff like that. So, where's that Poorly AF script go? The reason I haven't done it yet is because I couldn't work out what day it was for what without having the rest of the spread down, which is ridiculousness, I do realise. So, Monday it will have been unpacking. I'm like just focusing on the days I know what it was. So, playing unpacking. Grandpa being home will have been a Wednesday. That's Gramps home. Tuesday, probably Soch, but not really sure. Thursday is the day we played Stardew, so it'll be Stardew. Friday, Eat Venture? Sure. Don't know. I feel like these are kind of a bit interchangeable. Saturday I was filming, so I was probably memory planning, so we'll go with that. Sunday we'll go with reading because I suspect I was just really running out of ways to make things interesting. And then Tuesday I've put in Soch because he was being really supportive with me being in my feelings. There. So then this last Stardew Valley script is for my loving box down there. And that, down there, is everything. So let's just close everything up. That is the finished spread. Let me flick through what is left. I obviously have quite a lot left because this was a full kit and a mini kit and extras. So there is quite a lot left. And this is the stuff that I probably won't keep. So, yeah, there's still like 3-4 boxes left though, so I'm tempted to put these in our leftover box because other people might have smaller versions of it. So I think this I will because there's quite a lot left still, whereas when I just use a full kit there isn't. And then sorry, the movie marquees as well. These 2 sheets I will keep, which are the scripts and doodle samplers. So let's just pop it back in my planner and then we'll close up this video. So just bob it back in and close up the rings. Just trying to not mess up all my day extenders. There we go. So zoom out a tiny bit more. There we have the finished spread. Do a bit of a foil wiggle. We've got 4 day extenders. I love the like double box scene thing. I just think it looks fantastic. Comment like down below if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!